the Shay Gaming Corner. This is episode 1, part 3, where we are looking at Time's Up, a game by R&R Games Incorporated, and during our series of party games, and how much we like it, and what it's about it that we don't like, if anything, and just basically the whole shebang. So if you want to know how to play the game, please see part 1, and if you want to know strategies for the game, please see part 2. My review of this game is that it's a fantastic party game. It's because it's a composition of games that everyone has already played before.
Most people. I did have somebody sit down and play this game that had never heard of charades.
Okay, well,
but that's weird. That's weird.
But
most people
have already played all of the components of this game, and so it makes it really easy to teach them, especially if people have already started drinking. And it makes it easy for people to catch on. There isn't like, let's play the first game, and then in the second game, you'll actually do well. It's, you know, oh, I know how to play charades, or I know who these people are, or I know how to play Taboo. So it's great in that manner.
Yeah, I would agree.
And when you're done, there's a little bit of angst between partners who were maybe not paired very appropriately, but other than that, everyone else had a great time. For the most part, everyone wants to play again. I've never run into anyone who doesn't like the game, other than people who have played it too much or in general don't like party games.
Right. There are those people who just don't like party games, I guess.
One of the cons, well, they don't like parties either, so.
Well, that's true. Conventions.
That's not a party. That's kind of a party.
It's kind of a party.
My kind of party. Anyway, one of the cons of this game is it doesn't play odd numbers very well. It plays even numbers fantastically, up to about 12. I would even say you could push for 14.
14 would be tough, just because it's like we have a big enough table you could probably play 14, but most people don't.
Yeah, and so, but at odd numbers, we had to come up with an in-house rule for what to do.
Right.
So what we do is we just pair the 3 weakest people together, because having 3 people being able to like communicate and really pay attention to each other is
super strong.
Yes.
In general, the 3-person team will usually win, but if you're playing with an odd number of people and you're playing this particular game, you probably already all thought about that and you're okay with it, you're just having fun. Yeah. So, great.
The other thing that I really like about this game is there are a lot of party games where it's not very engaging at all times, and in this one, people are focused all of the time, and people are talking. So in other games, everyone's got their own little like thing. Like I'm not gonna bash Seven Wonders, but I am. Like in
I love Seven. Do not bash Seven Wonders.
The only thing I'm saying about Seven Wonders, it's a great game, is that you're not talking to each other except for in between rounds. You are focused on what you're doing and you're making your plan. Where in this one, you are focused and you are talking to everybody and you're very engaged in the whole group.
That's fair.
And I think that's a positive thing for this game, especially as a party game.
Yep. The other thing that's great about this game is, assuming you're playing at least in not like a giant mansion, like our house is not a mansion by any stretch of the imagination, you can go to the kitchen and get snacks, you can go to the kitchen and get a drink, whatever, in between rounds, and it doesn't matter, because if you happen to glance and see what the card they're holding is, and it's round 2 or 3, you already know that card's in the game, who cares? And if it's round 1, maybe you got a slight advantage, frankly, who cares? You can get up and just walk out. You don't have to like be like, everybody stop playing the whole game, I have to go to the bathroom. It's just like, whatever, my partner will wonder why I didn't get that clue later, because he remembers the clue.
Right.
So you can get up, you can go to the bathroom, you can go to a drink, you can go to a snack, whatever, and it's not like you have to halt the whole game for everybody. It maybe slightly penalizes your team, but if you're as loud as our friends are, you probably hear all the clues anyway.
Right. And it's really quick paced, and I don't know, a typical game lasts a half hour.
Yep.
It's not, it's not
Oh, the other great pro about this, and this is something that I always forget to mention to people when I point out the game, is it's a great game for people to watch, too.
Yes.
If you have 12 friends, it doesn't mean all 12 you have to play. You can have 8, 9, 10 people playing, and a couple people, like I've seen people that have more fun just sitting and watching this game and the ridiculousness that happens than they would ever have playing it. They just love to watch.
Right.
And not every game accommodates that very well, but this game definitely does.
And you get to know a lot about your friends, because I mean, I'm sure you do during Taboo as well, but like, because one of the clues I gave was I was trying to get Liam Neeson, and
a man with a particular set of skills, or the clue could be taken.
I had never
whatever
seen the movie or knew who he was. I've heard the name, but my clue, because I had a crush on a guy named Liam in college, was the guy I had a crush on in college.
Bear in mind, this was at a party where no one, including me, your husband, knew about Liam or knew her in college. Either one.
So we didn't date because he was gay, as it turned out.
Oh, well, good for him.
So,
but Yeah, so this was a useless clue that completely destroyed her partner because her partner was like trying to think of like went with the route of like actors that Katie would have a crush on, like Hugh Jackman. He went with Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, but it had nothing to do with the actor.
It had nothing to do with the actor, but that was the clue she gave, and so her partner was like off to the races on this like completely other track.
So we got to I Am Nessie. Is
Yes.
what we got to.
It was hilarious.
So you get to know a lot.
The
It's
point
fun.
is, Katie does not know who Liam Neeson is. Well, now she does. Ish.
Sort of. I know the clue.
She knows the clue. Take it.
So anyway, this is a fantastic game. I highly recommend that if you like having parties and you like hosting parties, you definitely buy it. If you go to a lot of parties, then you make the host buy it. But just
Well, okay, sorry, not to disagree, but this game travels fantastically.
it does travel.
Not
really
all
well.
games travel fantastically.
I just like spending other people's money, not my own.
That's fair too. But in our group of friends, we own this game. We bring this to every party we go to. Because
Yes.
they always ask. They're always like, are you bringing Times Up? And it's like, yes, we're bringing Times Up.
So that's kind of our review. Unless you have anything else to add.
No, it's a great game. A+. I don't know that it's my favorite party game anymore. I think it might have slipped to number 2 recently.
But we'll be
which
doing-
we'll be doing a review on that later. But it is, and it has been for a very long time, my favorite or second favorite party game. So it is fantastic.
So if you have any comments, questions, or your review of the game, or things that we forgot to say that are terrible about the game, just let us know in the comment section below, and then also remember to like and subscribe.
Thanks.